First and grade, he got backdoor'd. And the that was out there, they ain't blow their pipe. And now he dead.
Ain't no secret, gang. And if it is a secret, if it is a secret, a shit like that, bro, what give your the right to go interview and speak on family business?
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, please make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at hookahAnonymous_. Alright? We're able to be a little more explicit, a little more uncensored, and share content freely without running the risk of having our channel terminated. So, once again, make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at hookahAnonymous_. Alright, now let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, I know y'all see the title. PGB Kemo says Young Pappy was backdoored, and his big brother Boo claps back. Man, he got something to say in regards to the whole backdoor rumors. And I always tell y'all, when it comes to these backdoor this, backdoor that, that's some very serious claims to go by, because at the end of the day, that means somebody around your circle or friends or whatever the case may be are snakes. You know, I know a lot of people try to glorify this whole backdoor this, backdoor that these days, but at the end of the day, that means you are a snake. That means whoever you are around, you can't trust them, because they backdooring dudes, aka setting them up to be killed. Alright? I'm not talking about fights or none of that. I'm talking about being killed. There's no coming back from that. But yet people are glorifying it. It is what it is. Now, PGB Kemo, he did an interview with 16 Sound Visuals recently, and he said a few things in regards to Young Pappy. Now, Young Pappy passed away back in 2015 when gunfire erupted in the 4800 block of North Kenmore Avenue. Young Pappy was a 19-year-old up-and-coming rapper who was gaining recognition as he would gain a bunch of views on YouTube after releasing songs such as Killer, and most notably is Finito freestyle remixing Chief Keef's version. Now, at the time of his death, it was actually the third attempt on his life that got him killed, because prior to that, he escaped death 2 other times, but the last time, he wasn't so lucky. Now, everyone's going to feel how they feel when someone dies, especially when they're a close friend or family member. With that being said, PGB Kemo did an interview with 16 Sound Visuals, and when he spoke on the situation surrounding Young Pappy's death, he states a few things in regards to what happened, stating that Pappy was backdoored by the guys, and there was people out there with Pappy the night he died, and they didn't do nothing to help the situation. He says they didn't shoot back or nothing. He states that he didn't die on Bosworth. He died in his own hood, stating that if he was on Bosworth, it would have been, you know, a little different and never happened. Now, he took it a step further by saying that his own family knows what's going on, but it's nothing that anyone is admitting or saying publicly. Now, here's what I'm going to say in regards to that whole situation and what he said, because it seems like Kemo was speaking out of emotion, but he did say that it's something that everyone knows, including his family, but no one's saying it. So sometimes you shouldn't go public with certain things, and this is one of the situations where even if the family do really feel like this, by him getting on a known platform like 16 Sound Visuals where everyone's going to see, you could create conflict and open up a can of worms that maybe the family didn't want to open up. Because now, when the actual guys see that interview, how do you think they're going to feel? You know, how do you think they're going to respond to you saying that he was backdoored by the guys? And I understand that maybe Kemo is a little outspoken sometimes, maybe a little passionate about what he's saying, but things like this could cause a crew to fall out because you're making people feel uncomfortable. Certain things are supposed to stay in the family, in the circle. Everything isn't for the world to know. And if he says he loves Boo, who is Pappy's bigger brother, then he should have consulted with him first before doing something like this, because now it's going to be tension. You know? And he even said in the interview, his family and stuff, they know it already, but clearly if you know that they know, but they never said it, why would you go out on a public platform and say that if they didn't say it themselves? So obvious they don't want that, you know, that type of narrative out there. And speaking of tension, Young Pappy's brother Boo actually responded And what he said completely makes sense, right? Pappy's brother took to his Instagram live to clear the air, and he stated that he loved the guys and he don't really speak on certain situations on social media. So he says he loved Kemo as well, but he got to stop what he's doing in these interviews. He says that even if that's how he truly feels, he wasn't supposed to go to the internet and say that for the world to hear, in which I agree. Because if he really felt like that, I'm sure he may have been around the guys after Pappy died. So how you think they're going to feel about you going around them and being around them, but you truly feeling like some snake stuff went down? You know, how does that even make you look? If you around them and you feel like some snake stuff went down, how does that make you look and you still being around them? That make you look fake as well. And I'm not calling him fake. I'm just saying that's how you will be perceived if you still chose to hang around the guys that you claim backdoored somebody you know and love. You know? But like Boo said, if it was a secret and it was something that the family didn't want out there, why would you expose it? You ain't family. Why would you even throw them under the bus like that? Because now when the guys see that interview, I'm sure they may feel a way at either Kemo or Boo or even the family. Because now they don't know what is true. You know, it's like, who do I believe? So Boo proceeded to say that it's not just Pappy that died on their block in Chicago. So pretty much that don't even mean that he got backdoored. A lot of guys die on their block, and he's right. It's not just Pappy that died on his block. A lot of guys die on their block, especially in Chicago. You see what I'm saying? When ops come to their enemy's hood to slide, what do you think happens? Dudes die on their block because they get caught slipping on their block. It don't, just because you on your block, it don't mean you safe. You know, especially if guys catch you off guard, or if you out with the guys, you drinking, or y'all popping pills and y'all drugged up. It's easy. You make yourself an easy target when you just sitting there lamping and lacking, thinking that nothing could happen to you. And it happens everywhere. It's not just Chicago. So when Kemo said, oh, he would have never died on our block, it's kind of ignorant, because anybody could lose their life anywhere. It don't matter where you at. And when you start thinking like you're untouchable, and you can't get touched here or there, that's when it usually happens. You know? And also, listen closely to what Boo said. He said there's certain things that they don't even be wanting people to say in regards to bro, meaning Pappy, or even have bro name in their mouth. So that tells us that it might be. I'm not going to say that it is, because like I said, we wasn't there. I don't know. I wasn't there. None of that. But the way he said that, it lets me know that maybe it might be some truth to it, or it may not. However, they don't want people speaking on Pappy's name. And whatever is going on should be kept amongst the family. Simple. All right? Now, mark my words when I say that that we're probably witnessing a breakup or a falling out between two dudes that could potentially go left. Of course, I don't wish that on them, and I hope they could come to an understanding or agreement between each other, because they're guys. You know, it's not like they're enemies. It's not like they repping two sides. They all got mutual people that they be around, and they also know each other. But when things like this happen, sometimes even when dudes want to come to an agreement with each other, it's pride that gets in the way. Sometimes you might slip and say something that there's no coming back from. And then at that point, dudes don't even care what you got to say. They just want blood. They out for blood. They don't care what you say. They felt what you did say was disrespectful, so they don't want to hear it. It's just on sight when they see each other. And that's the reality of it in a lot of these situations. So let's see how this goes. I hope these two could patch it up. I really do, because I see Kemo, he has real genuine love for Pappy. So for him to get into it with his brother, it's like, damn. You know, so I'm gonna leave a link in the comments for you guys to check out both clips of what, you know, each other had to say towards each other. And then y'all take it from there. Let me know who y'all think is right or wrong, or whatever the case may be. Y'all jump in the comments, let me know how y'all feel about it. Who y'all think is right in the situation? Do you think Kemo is right, or do you think young Pappy's brother Boo is right as well, or maybe he's wrong? Who knows? Y'all jump in the comments, let me know how you feel. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm gonna keep on dropping. And I'm out.